Hello, Facebook tribe. It's Dr. Zaino with 15 Minute Fuel with Justice Zaino. We're just in 15 minutes a day. We're going to fuel your mind, your body, and your future. All right, so today is Sunday. So my son Justice is here. Titus is around here somewhere. We'll see if we get him on. My wife's on. Good to see you, babe. Okay, so just announcements. Thank you so much for sharing, for joining, for liking. A lot of you guys are saying, well, how do I know when you're going live? I try to keep it live around the same time each day, right? Between 2 to 2:30. The number one way to know when we're live is you have to, when you go to Chris Zaino, just go on the Facebook, hit follow. So when you're following on your feed or on your phone, you'll get a notification that we're live right away, okay? And so today we're going to talk about
karate.
Yeah, mindset and karate.
Mindset.
So here I'm 40 and you're 10 because Justice was born when I was 30. You know, I think for a lot of parents, you know, when we're 40, things change from when we grew up to now how our kids are growing up. And like there's mindset stuff that's different. I'm trying to understand, we want to understand our kids and what's going on. So hopefully this will really kind of help for the parents out there to understand our children a little bit better, as well as for your kids to watch this and hear from Justice, and I'm sure they'll be able to relate and kind of help them figure out some things as well. All right? So take your glasses off, man. You don't need those. I know he likes the glasses. I want to talk about your mindset when it comes to his karate. So for Justice, he's extremely amazing in karate and piano. So I'm going to pick the two things he enjoys doing. You're kind of a performer. You like piano and karate. So no, but I want to go into your mindset of why. You know, so for instance, karate, you like karate since you were 3. He's been in it for 7 years. So your dad never watched karate films, right? I never did anything karate. I never watched martial arts films. I never talked about Bruce Lee. So how come, like, what do you feel is the reason why you got into karate?
I remember one time we were walking to Kroger.
Yep.
And I, like at 2, and we saw the karate, and I was like, hey, I want to go there. And so we walked in, and Mr. Frito said, well, you have to be 3, and then we waited a year. Then I don't really remember what, but I just was attracted to it. I was like, I wanna do it. So, and then a year later, I started karate. Now I'm almost a black belt.
So you're saying, so you walk by this, so you even remember at 2, and that's the thing for the parents out there. We don't even remember back then when we were 2.
Actually, Mom brought it up, but
Like
I remember, like, I wanted to do it.
Well, the great thing your mom has done always, she's tried to put you in different areas to see what you gravitate towards. So when she said karate, and then you tried karate at 3, and then you loved it, you liked it. And, you know, in the beginning it wasn't perfect. You know, of course, nothing's perfect when we start trying it. You know, I noticed that, like, the little bit of nerves were in there, right? Your ki was just, you know, it was just kind of like, meow, you know, a little bit like, you know, it wasn't. But then I noticed over the years, there came a point, Justice, where...
I remember coming home and I did a ki, and I was like...
Okay, so tell me about that moment. So ki, if you're wondering what a ki is, it's, you know, I'm not going to do it here. It's when they make that punch, and I could explain, the best way I could explain the ki is a roar of the lion. So you understand the roar of the lion, meaning that, you know, when a lion roars, just the roar of the lion could... It's power. It's just, it claims its territory. And so for you, I noticed that I would say for the human, it's your roar of your lion is this innate self-esteem, self-confidence. So for a couple years, when you did the ki, you were thinking about it a lot. It was like, I mean, it was there, but I remember a moment that you did it, and it...
Okay, Dad.
And well, explain that. Like like when you did it, it was like you claimed your territory. It's like it was your thing.
Yeah.
Explain it.
It was a really big day for me. It was on
Speak louder.
Yeah, it was actually on a test. I remember it was on a test, like for, I think, Orange belt. Yeah, and then I did it, and it's like, because you have to do like blocks and all that. And on one punch, I just ki'd so loud. It was my first time really ki'ing so loud. Now it's like normal.
So when you did that, how'd you feel?
I felt like really like confident and like a lot of power, and like it felt amazing. Really, it felt like really good.
So when you felt that, that was like you gained something, and then it was something that was never taken away from you.
Yeah, it was never like, it was never gone. It was always there. I just unlocked it.
So, and then he continued with it. So then I remember, like, and everybody knew something happened. Like, if you saw a picture I posted of Justice, he got like this eye of the tiger. I remember going to your mother going, who the hell is that kid? Like, something's shifted. And I was like, who is that kid? Like, it was just a side of Justice, like a fierceness, a lion came out of him. And then there's the shift happened so much, then you literally exponentially improved in karate. Then there was we never, like, did we ever have it? We never told you to practice. So Justice we never told him, you need to practice this, you need to practice that. So why was it something when it came to karate, we never had to bug you, we never had to tell you to practice. You just would practice, like you were always practicing on your own. So why did you do that? Why we didn't even have to tell you, why did you feel you had to practice as much as you did?
I felt like really passionate about it, and like this is what I want to do, and I felt really passionate about it, and I did it, and that work has paid off, and I'm almost black belt.
Yeah. So then we went to Vegas. He did when he was a green belt. We went to Vegas, and you got first, right?
I got first, second, and a third.
Yeah, the first time in Vegas, right?
Yeah, first time. Then the second time in Vegas, I got my. So you have to have a goal when you compete. You have to have a goal, and my goal for the second year was all plats, no medals, and I achieved my goal. I got first in katas, hand forms, and I got first in weapons, and I got a third in grappling, and a third in sparring. The third in grappling, I was against like a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
But I had that mindset, and whenever I achieved it, I was so happy because I achieved my goal. It's a really good mindset to feel and accomplish.
So the feeling of winning is great.
Yeah, it's a amazing thing. But whenever like you start like when you start like doing it, you feel nervous, but like I the first year was I was nervous, but the second year I was nervous for a little bit, but once I as soon as I get in there, like you always get nervous, but sometimes when you get in there, it's like you just don't think about it at all. You don't think about it, and then if you hold on to that, you do terrible. But if you just let it go, then you say if you let it go, it's you do your best. If you let it go, you can do your best.
So what drives you now? Like, why do you want to become a black belt? Like, why is it karate? Why is that your thing?
Because whenever Mr. Credo said like I could get my black belt, it's a mindset, and it flipped. And from because I used to love I still love to perform and do demos, but now once we talked to Mr. Prito about getting my black belt, and also this Friday, since Mr. Austin could do the private class with me, Mr. Prito did, and Mr. Prito he said you have to be at black belt level to get your black belt, and he said that's where you are, I was already motivated, and that just got me more motivated.
So would you say having a mentor or a thought leader and a coach is great to have?
It is really good to have.
Yeah.
And especially Mr. Credo, because he's gotten me to this level, and I've been with him for 7 years.
Yeah. So and then you worked hard to get there. So it's definitely a teamwork. So in everything we do, whether it be our lives. Like, it's always good to have that mentor, that person to go forward to. So, see, Daddy doesn't know karate. I don't know karate.
Wait, do you know bodybuilding, though?
I do.
You know.
And I know a lot of things, but it's like, so what karate is, so as a father and a parent, we wanted to point him, so we brought him to Mr. Prieto, who's the best at what he does, and that's allowing Justice to expand that passion that you had.
And in Vegas, like
Yes.
In Vegas, there's like a lot of, so people from like, so it's all like the Chuck Norris system, and so last year was like that was an amazing year. So I brought home, I achieved my goal, and I got first in forms, which just all together is
Yes.
forms, in the world of like this type of karate, because everyone from the world comes there, and I won, and that just feels really good. So like be the best in the world at karate, and then I mean everyone could take a picture with Chuck Norris, but he was on our flight, and then in baggage claim we talked to him for 10 minutes, and it was awesome, and we got a picture, and it was amazing.
So how are you going to take your lessons that you're learning now, and in the future? So how do you apply what you learn now to your life in the future?
I mean, like Mr. Prado, it's like he taught me a lot of discipline, like a lot of like self-confidence, and that just like helps like with like life. He's a great person, and he taught me like respect. He taught me all these things, and it's really good. He has he reads a lot of good books, like The Greatest Salesman in the World, like all of that, and it's like it's really good to have like a really wise person in your life to like tell you like what's good and it's really amazing.
So Jay, so now for parents watching this, I know they're enjoying this, but now parents, what I want you to do, hit the like button, hit share, love this, but I want your kids to watch this. If you have kids that are 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so what would you tell kids your age, around your age, that are struggling to find like what they want to do, or they just, they're just having a tough time to find it or staying disciplined? So what would be like a couple things you would tell just kids your age that are struggling, or they feel that they just didn't find the thing that you found? Like, how do you do it?
It's like, I mean, in most sports, once you get into it, it's like, you're nervous, and it's like that, and also if like people have already been doing it, you feel like new, and it's like I felt that way. But once you, if it's like struggle, just let like pretty much like so if any of you do sports or any type of activity, once you are in there, let everything go. Clear your mind. Only think about that. Don't think about anything else. Just think about what you're doing. So never like say like, oh, I have this. Think about what you're doing, and like all like just like think about it. Like only that. Only what you're doing right now. Think about it. That's it.
So be present.
Yes. Like just clear your mind of everything when you do a sport, an activity, art. Like even in like school, it's like you have art, like all that. And just clear your mind. Only focus what you're doing. Only focus what you're doing, and you will succeed and get better at it.
All right, man. I appreciate that. That's words of wisdom right there. See, we can learn from our kids too, and it's I think a lot of times, through school and even religion and everything, you name it, we tend to society tells you not to express your childlike mentality. So like Justice, he didn't read books on this. This is just his innate desire to do so, and I think we all had that. But I think over the years, through caring what people think, listening to people saying don't take yourself serious, or don't have, all these other things, it boxed us in a mediocrity shell. So I appreciate you, man, and all you do. I love you. You know that.
Me too.
I'm always a crying mess. But yeah, I mean that's it. Like you represent a winner, and I appreciate that about you. And you motivate others, and it's just because of your heart to serve. You know, Justice, the name, just to let you know, Whitney and I had that name. God gave us that name.
Oh, and also it's like really like all of the kids like have a winning mindset. You just have to find it. You just have to find it and unlock it. That's all you have to do. Everyone has a winning person in them. You just have to find it and unlock it and master it. That's all you have to do.
All right, I think you can't top that one. So thank you guys for our Sunday. Thanks, Justice. I appreciate you and your words of wisdom. He'll definitely, if you want Justice to be a regular, and Titus, please hit the like, please hit the share, show this to your kids, and just now we're leaving on one thing. Say goodbye to everybody, buddy.
See ya.
All right, and we love you guys, and thanks for everything you do. We'll see you tomorrow with 15-Minute Fuel.
Bye.